Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our formal launch of the Ariel High School Rugby season for 2017. We have the 5 captains of our teams down here today, so we have representatives from Berkeley, Cedarbridge, Warwick, Bermuda Institute and Saltus. And this is our 3rd year now in the making. It's quite amazing how far high school rugby has come in Bermuda over a relatively short span. We started this thing 3 years ago with assistance from Ariel, and long may it continue. Their support is absolutely valuable, wonderful for what we've achieved here. The first season we were relatively informal. Last year was the first year where we had a high school league structure put in place, and the quality of the rugby was second to none. This year what we actually have now is we have the luxury of splitting up, so we have an under-16s league and an under-18s league in high school rugby. The schools have embraced it. They see rugby as a sport for change in many of their kids, certainly the young men that will be playing the game. Yes, it's a physical sport. We take that, we appreciate that, but often that's what some of these young men need. It's a sport that's enshrined with core values such as respect, teamwork and sportsmanship, and that's what we hold true to our core in everything we try and do. So really with thanks for Ariel once again for supporting us. We hope this season is the most successful to date. I'm sure it will be, and I'll hand over to Michael Doyle from Ariel for a few words.
Thank you, Gareth. Yeah, on behalf of Ariel I'd just like to say we are extremely delighted to once again continue our partnership with the Beyond Rugby and the Ariel High School Football League. It's been quite impressive watching the quality of rugby develop on the field, and it's also really impressive to see the quality of the students coming through and playing, and I think the development of skills that they're getting off the field as well. So it's just great to see that the enthusiasm for the sport is continuing to grow, and we're looking forward to a very exciting season coming up. So thank you very much. Yeah.
Thanks, Michael, and just so everybody's aware, this stuff doesn't happen. We are very thankful for Patrick Callow, the Youth Development Officer of Bermuda Rugby, for all of his work. And maybe, Paddy, you more than anybody have seen these young men come through the ranks, so maybe you could just add a few comments on what you've seen over the 3 years.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what having a formal league itself is actually a really good thing, because it gives a little bit more purpose to what we're doing. So rather than just training to train, now schools are actually training to compete, and I think that makes a big difference here. I mean, a lot of credit has to go to the high school coaches, their teachers that come and give their time to help their school, or it's volunteers that actually give their time outside of work to come down and support the young people. It's just brilliant. So I've definitely seen not only the player pool increase, also, like was said, the standard of rugby is really increasing. And also what we want to do is really create and foster friendships and relationships where guys start to know each other, regardless of what school you go to. So yeah, we want to be physical and we want to play hard during the game, but also there's that after the game aspect where, you know, we want to get to know each other, and we want to be hopefully we'll be friends after the game as well. So I think without that opportunity to do so, I just don't know if we've been able to do that. So I'm incredibly grateful to Ariel for their support, and I'm really looking forward to this season.
A few questions before you get to the youngsters.
Yeah.
When you first started, and did you see it where it is today? Starting, you were playing games at Bermuda Park, anywhere you can get a game in.
Yeah, it's funny actually. We were actually talking about, because this is my 6th season involved, and if you'd sort of said to me like 6 years ago or 5 years ago, how would you like things to look in 5 years? You know, I would have bitten your arm off for what it is now. I mean, we have a middle school league now with 6 teams. We have a high school league now with 5 teams. We've got structured, competitive, a league system that goes on. Like I'm thrilled. So now it's really about making sure that remains sustainable, that the young people enjoy it and they stay involved, and ultimately they feel the pride of playing and representing their school and everything like that. So yeah, I'm thrilled.
What has been one of your biggest challenges over the 6 years?
Challenges. I think really, it's funny because you know, to start with, like you said, it started to be like sort of Cedar Bridge versus the rest, and we had to sort of combine schools, and like I said, a lot of credit has to go to the school coaches who have really put themselves out there, and they've helped facilitate that more players getting involved. And I can't sort of reinforce enough that actually being at your school makes and representing your school makes a big difference. So I think that was one of the challenges, and we've gone over that. So
Andrew, maybe you just respond as well from my perspective. I think one of the biggest challenges initially was the stigma involved with rugby. So rugby is a physical sport, we know that, and reintroducing rugby into the schools was a challenge for us, just in terms of some of the demographic that were associated with rugby. It was potentially deemed as an expat sport. We see now, with the reintroduction of rugby into the schools, and we look at our sort of under 19 level, it's predominantly now played by local Bermudian children, young men who are now taking pride back into playing for their school, and hopefully that then continues, and as we see it, continues to bring pride back into playing for Bermuda. So that was, I think, in the early days, definitely one of our biggest challenges, and I feel as though we've really overcome that obstacle, and we can see now our challenge is no longer getting player numbers. Our challenge is finding space to accommodate the number of games that we have. And then that comes with monetary and financial constraints along with that. So, and the challenges evolve and they change, but they're good challenges to have.
Rugby, is it new to you? Because I've seen you now playing for the men's team and teachers. What is something that you enjoy about the sport that's gotten you to the bug?
Well, I mean, I've been playing for a long time now. It's been 10 years. I think I was playing since I was 6. So, I mean, I've just enjoyed every bit about it. I mean, the friendship that you get with making new friends and new teams. Yeah, I mean, the friendship, the camaraderie, and then the skills as well. I mean, there's nothing better than knowing that you set yourself up for a try, or the teamwork that goes into making a try. It's a good experience, yeah.
What got you into the teachers team? Something you seem to enjoy week in and week out.
Yeah, I mean, my grandfather, he played for teachers, and then my dad played for teachers. So, I mean, if I had played for anybody else, I would have been disowned. It's just, it would have happened. So, I mean, that's not to say that I would have chosen any other team. Teachers is like family. Yeah, I just love it. They're another family to me.
So this particular league, what are you hoping to accomplish this time for Saltus?
We've got a relatively older team this year. I mean, I've been playing in it since I was 15, and it was under 18 level. So back then we had a really young team. I don't think we won any games. So this year, second last year, I'm hoping that we can get a few wins and possibly even win the league.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Obviously, Berkeley, people wouldn't look at a school like Berkeley playing rugby, but you guys have been in it for quite some time and playing in the Ariel Reef for the 3 years. What are some of the things that you've enjoyed and learned about the sport of rugby over the course of this 3 years?
Well, I've learned a lot. I've learned that rugby is not a sport for big buff guys, and it's a sport for people of every shape and size. Like, it's a position for everyone, in the forwards and backs, and I've learned a lot from the coaches, like the way they carry themselves, like watching them play and tackle a guy and mess him up and then come off and be cool with him, shake his hands. Like, so it helps, like all the people that surround you and the sport itself, it helps to promote channeling your aggression and expressing anger in a positive manner.
How do you channel outside of the sport? How does that help you channel that anxiety, the emotion and all that?
How do I channel it? Well, I meditate. I meditate, and the sport, like playing a game of rugby, it just releases all of that aggression and built up anxiety and all of those things. It releases that because you get to be free in a sense to express those energies and to use them in a way that isn't hurting anybody or hurting yourself. So it's good in that respect.
How challenging is it to get other schoolmates from Berkeley to want to play in the Ariel Reef school league?
Well, it's not as challenging as you would think. Some people like don't like it because they're like, oh, all these shorts, it's gay, it's this, it's that. But like a lot of people like see it as for what it is, and it's a gentleman's sport, and you play hard, and they like, because a lot of people don't know where to channel their aggression, and they see it as something they want to try. And there's a lot of people coming to me and asking me like, yo, how can I sign up for rugby, or like when are your trainings, and just interested in the games, even to spectate. So I think it has good.
What are you hoping Barclay accomplishes this year in the Ariel League?
Man, I hope Barclay wins it, because I think we have the potential. Like the up and coming young lads, they're doing great, and they're progressing. I see them progressing, and I think we have a great chance of winning it. RSPK for them.
Bermuda Institute's been involved with the Ariel since the inception. You're one of the first schools to start the program. What are you guys hoping to accomplish this year?
As in Bermuda Institute, we are accomplishing to at least try to place in the top, just because we have lost our, I wouldn't say like our main players, but we have lost a good amount of them. So we're just trying to score the highest as we can with what we have.
What do you think? Obviously, you lost quite a few players, but what is the chemistry of the team? What are you hoping that will gel you together, being that a lot of you guys haven't been playing for a long time?
Well, that's a good question. I think that the chemistry is very well, just because we have the teammates are in the same like grade wise, so we are all mature and take the sport serious. So it's not that we have bad chemistry on the field.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Obviously, Work Academy has been known for rugby for quite some time. Dominated back in the day at Whitney Sevens, way before your time. But getting involved in rugby for you, what has that been like?
It's been really good. Like it's quite a lot of fitness, which is quite nice. And it's been really good because you get to meet a lot of people. It's like not just in your year group, so it's really fun.
What's your strength? Are you a winger? Are you a prop? What is your strength?
I'm actually a center, so like kind of in between that. So not too big, but not too fast.
What about the physicality of the game? Are you comfortable with the challenging? And because it could be, if you do it right, it could be quite challenging at times. But taking down a bigger fella, or just getting into the rock and all.
Yeah, it's actually quite satisfying when you take down like a way bigger person than you, because like obviously it's quite cool. And then it's scary at first, but when you get into it, it's really quite fun.
What do you think are your chances this year in the Ariel League?
I think we've been practicing quite a lot, so hopefully we'll do well.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, Cedar Bridge, when this Ariel first started, Cedar Bridge was one of the teams that brought in a lot of players. What are you guys getting out of the fact that it's something new to a lot of the guys that go there?
It's a big change, because like people don't know what rugby is. Every rugby like American football, like you tackle high and pass backwards. It's a new thing to Bermuda, or to Cedar Bridge, period. But yeah,
it sounds like something you really enjoy, and obviously amongst your classmates or schoolmates, you guys seem to embrace it rather quickly.
Yeah, we do. Well, I'm playing rugby for like 6 years now. I've been away from the national team, so I like it. I like to travel, so might as well keep going with it.
What are you hoping Cedar Bridge accomplishes this year in the Ariel League?
All I can say is that I hope we win, come first to beat every team, and just keep on going, and then for next generation do the same thing over and over. That's all.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.